Hi, people. Well, I'm going to do a vlog today. Voila. I haven't done one in a while, but I wanted to update you on my glaucoma surgery. So I'll start by telling you about the first eye, the left eye I had done. Well, I was a nervous wreck.
Well, hello, my brave soldier.
If you can imagine going into the hospital and having a doctor shoot red hot laser beams into your eyes, you know, it's daunting to say the least. But anyway, it didn't hurt. Imagine that. But when I first got there, they were taking down all this information, you know, background history, what drugs I'm taking at the present, and, you know, things such as this. Well, my daughter, she is prescribed Valium, and that's a drug that, makes you calmer, I think, you know, brings your anxiety level down a little bit, so she gave me one before I went in there. And it's an outpatient procedure. So when they were asking me about all the drugs I took, you know, and I always want to be very honest with the doctors, because in case, you know, I didn't know if it would mess up anything if I'm taking that. Because he had told me, you know, he had taken my history before, and he said, oh, okay, you're on the drugs you're on, you can take them all, you know, before your surgery. That's fine. Just continue as usual. So I get to the hospital, and I'm in there, and the nurses are asking me all these questions and about my drugs, and finally I said, I don't want you to put this down in the computer, but can I just say that today, because I don't want my daughter to get in trouble, and I don't want to get in trouble, but can I just say that today my daughter gave me one of her Valium to calm my nerves a little bit before I came in here? And the nurses, they just started cracking up laughing at me. I had them in stitches, the different things. I can't really remember everything I said to them, but I did. I had them all laughing. And so that, I think, laughter in the first place, that, you know, puts you at ease, puts your body, your soul, your mind at ease a little bit before something like this. So I was feeling very good when I went in to have it done. And I trust the doctor that did my eye surgery. He's a wonderful human being. He's very calming, and you can just, when you get around him, you just feel his, I don't want to be like new wave or anything, new age, whatever, karma or aura or something, but he puts you at ease. Let me say that. And you just feel, you trust him. You know, I trust him a lot. So anyway, you know, they put you in the stirrupy thing. Well, first let me tell you, they fill your eye full of drops, both of them actually. But even though they're only working on the one, they fill them full of all these different kinds of drops you have to take. I don't remember how many. It seemed like about 10 different types of drops, or at least 10 different times they put them in. I don't know. And I can't remember that. So one of the drops that he inserts right before he gets ready to work on your eye, it makes it look like, he puts them in both eyes, and what it looks like is like someone rubbed some Vaseline over a piece of glass, and you're looking through. Here, I took a picture, kind of like this. So I couldn't really see him, and once they put my chin in the stirrup kind of thing, and he's facing me, and he's got his little laser machine, and he's lining everything up, and all these gadgets, and, you know, numbers he's talking about, and all this to the nurse. And anyway, he starts, they put you on two different machines. The very first machine, it was like a tugging. I felt like as if my eyeball was being tugged a little bit, like out of its socket, you know, not really, but out of it, but just like being pulled forward. And So he did that. I don't know, there's like little clicking noises that are being made, and then he put me on the second machine. They wheel you over to another machine in a different part of the room, and once he got me on that machine, this is when the fun began. I saw something like this. Okay? That is really cool. That was so cool. It was like a light show. You know how when they say you die and you know go through that long tunnel and there's like a bright light at the end of it. Well, the tunnel that I was like feeling like I was traveling through was red with these sparklies all around it and some black swirled into the swirlies, and it was constantly moving. So this picture isn't all that great, but it tells, you know, a little bit about what it looked like. So then he starts with a different type of laser shooting in it. What it felt like was little minuscule, if you can imagine, little tiny teensy minuscule BBs. It felt like they were being shot one at a time into my eyeball, which then I could actually hear it inside of my head bouncing around off, like it felt like it was bouncing around, ricocheting off of the different parts of my brain, and finally, bam, into the back of my skull. So with every single laser beam he shot, I could hear this noise and feel this sensation, and then bam, into the back of my skull. So, you know, with the light show, the fantastical light show, and the noise these little, felt like BBs were making inside my head, ricocheting around, it was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool experience, actually. And I don't know, probably too many people that would say that about laser eye surgery. But I mean, this is the only time I've ever had it, so I don't know what the other kinds of surgery are like for anybody. But with each surgery, and especially each person, each eye is different. It was so weird. When I went back for the second time, for the right eye, I was not scared a bit. I was, you know, just looking forward to the cool light show and the cool visuals and the cool noises and sounds I was going to hear. But with the second eye, there was nothing fantastical. On the first machine, I did feel the pulling, you know, that the machine makes you feel like that pulling I was telling you about. But on the second machine, I did not get any fantastical light show or anything. It was very mundane, actually. I could actually see the doctor's ear. I don't think he put the same drops in that time, and all I could see was like a little rectangular shape of white light, and it didn't do anything. It just sat kind of still. And the BBs did not bang around inside of my brain. They just went bam and hit the back of the skull right away. So I told the doctor, I told him about it, because he found my first experience kind of you know, entertaining. So I told him how the second one was not. He said, well, every person is different and each eye is different. Every experience, each surgery is different. So, all right, the pressure, I will find out. It's okay for now, but I have to go back next week or the week after. He said to, you know, they'll let me know. He'll find out if the operation was a success. Now, what scares me about this whole success thing is